potential blow for Tottenham as Manchester City make transfer decision. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Before we dive into this transfer update, be sure to press that subscribe button and keep up with all the latest news. Tottenham's rumoured pursuit of Eberechi Eze might have just got a lot more difficult, with TEAMtalk reporting that Pep Guardiola is even willing to change his system to accommodate the Crystal Palace star in his Manchester City side. Eze has been mooted as a target for Spurs right since the start of the summer, and the speculation still has not dissipated, with Give Me Sport revealing just a couple of days ago that the Lillywhites continue to have an eye on the midfielder. The report added that Man City are also fans of the 25-year-old, but suggested that Palace are optimistic that he will remain at Selhurst Park for one more season. It has now been revealed by TEAMtalk that Manchester City are ready to step up their pursuit of Eberechi Eze after Pep Guardiola gave the club the green light to do so. The report claims that the Premier League champions are expected to make some late moves in the window, with the Eagles' star now thought to be under serious consideration by the Manchester side. In fact, it is asserted that Eberechi Eze has now emerged as Guardiola's top target, with many at City believing that the player is willing to move to the Etihad. However, the publication adds that the England international will not come cheap, with Palace set to demand £60 million to even begin the conversation. City have plenty of cash to splash following Julian Alvarez's sale, and one would not be surprised if they spent big on Eberechi Eze. It is perhaps wishful thinking to expect Spurs to splurge £65 million on the Palace star after the club spent a similar amount on Dominic Solanke. Tottenham could sign another striker after Dominic Solanke, with a potential move for Lille star Jonathan David on the cards according to reports. Spurs have been heavily linked with David for several months, and he is ready to leave Lille to pursue a new challenge elsewhere. The Canadian international has less than a year remaining on his contract and isn't expected to sign an extension, meaning Lille could cash in on him in the next couple of weeks. A number of clubs are interested in the forward, but Spurs' long-standing interest in him gives them an advantage in the race. According to Oost France, Tottenham are one of the clubs in the race to sign David this summer. The North Londoners are said to be very interested in signing the 24-year-old, but they are running out of time and will have to work harder to get a deal done. Lille president Olivier Letang refused to rule out that David could leave in the coming weeks in a recent interview, but there is a chance he could stay too. "I'm not going to make promises today that I can't keep, but it's true that the further we go, the more likely it is that we'll keep him with us," he told RMC Sport. "I said last week that he could leave if, and only if, we were able to replace him. The closer we get to the end of the window, the more complicated it is to find a top-quality striker like Jonathan. We have the capacity to keep him, because we're not under pressure from a financial point of view. We're very happy to have him. He's very happy to be with us, very happy to be at the club, very happy with what he's experiencing. I'd say anything is possible." David notched 26 goals and 9 assists in 47 appearances last season and could prove to be a valuable addition for Tottenham. It will be interesting to see if Spurs do launch a concrete offer for David in the coming weeks. Reports suggest he is valued at around £25 million. Former defender Alan Hutton has urged Tottenham to sign Chelsea star Connor Gallagher before the end of this window. Meanwhile, Gallagher was on the verge of joining Atletico Madrid, but the deal is now at risk of collapsing. Speaking on Football Insider, Hutton has said that Tottenham will be keeping a close eye on the midfielder's situation, with Chelsea open to letting him leave, and they could look to sign him before the deadline if his move to Los Rojiblancos eventually doesn't happen. The ex-defender further claims that Gallagher will definitely start for Spurs if he joins, and he would be able to replace Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who has joined Olympique de Marseille. He said, "It's one I think they'll be monitoring. I think Gallagher comes into that team and he probably does start. Bissouma, I wasn't so sure about him last season. In flashes he did really well, and we've seen that he is capable, but can they get someone in there that offers a little bit more? Højbjerg has left, so there is an option to try and bring somebody in. I'm pretty sure they'll be monitoring it and seeing how this is going to play out over the next couple of weeks." By all accounts, Gallagher might not be in Chelsea's plans moving forward, so there might be a deal to be had, and that's something I think Daniel Levy would like. Atletico Madrid agreed on a £34 million deal with Chelsea to sign Gallagher so Spurs can manage to purchase him for a reasonable price if they make a concrete approach over the coming days. Gallagher is an energetic midfielder and could be an ideal option to play in Ange Postecoglou's high-pressing system. Therefore, he could be an excellent acquisition for Tottenham should they purchase him. Tottenham have open talks to sign Monaco right-back Vanderson this summer, according to Brazilian journalist Bruno Andrade. The Brazil international was one of the standout right-backs in League One last season and was instrumental in helping Monaco secure Champions League qualification. He made 20 appearances in the league, and his performances have put him on the radar of some clubs in recent months, with the latest being Spurs. Having completed the sale of Emerson Royal to Serie A side AC Milan, Andrade reports that Tottenham have opened talks to sign Vanderson from Monaco as a replacement. The departure of Emerson leaves an extra spot in the right-back position currently occupied by Pedro Porro and Jed Spence. However, Spence's future remains uncertain and a loan move seems more likely despite his strong showing in pre-season. Andrade also adds that Monaco are expecting an offer of around £34 million to sell the Brazilian right-back, with Tottenham showing a strong interest. Spurs' participation in the UEFA Europa League will see the North London club participate in more matches this season, and it's only logical that they fortify their squad ahead of the busy fixture schedule. Adding a player like Vanderson, who excels in the attacking sphere of the game, would hand Ange Postecoglou yet another defender who can invert and overlap, reminiscent of Destiny Udogie on the opposite side. The Brazil international is renowned for his darting runs down the flank and is also one of the most accurate crossers of the ball. In defence, he also excelled in Monaco's man-marking system, where he used his speed and strength to close down opposition wingers. Vanderson would be a shrewd signing for Spurs, but it remains to be seen if the North London club will pay Monaco's £34 million asking price or try to negotiate a lower price. Tottenham appear to have agreed a new deal with one of their most promising young players. Spurs insider Paul O'Keefe confirmed the news on X, stating that Donley has agreed to improve terms that lengthen his previous contract, which was due to expire in 2027. The new agreement reportedly extends Donley's stay until 2028 and represents a major milestone in his developing career. This extension not only ensures the 19-year-old remains a part of Tottenham's future plans, but also shows how highly the club values his potential and progress. Having joined Tottenham's youth academy at the age of 8 in 2013, Donley has been a standout performer at every level. He made his debut for the Spurs under-18 team in November 2020, scoring against Leicester. Since then, the young forward has continued to impress, showcasing his goal-scoring ability and playmaking skills. The club has decided to loan him out to Leyton Orient for further development, as reported by Alistair Gold. As Donley prepares to gain valuable first-team experience on loan at League One side Leyton Orient, Tottenham eagerly anticipate his continued development and his contributions to the club's future success. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with all things Tottenham, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications on our latest content. Don't forget to like this video and share it with fellow Spurs supporters. Let's grow our Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs!